What's happening with y'all? Go ahead and turn that down. What's happening with y'all? We back again. Another installment, Dawg Food Radio. Let me get my setup right. What's happening with y'all? Kill the music. What's happening with y'all? Thursday evening. We a week out from the draft. We just did our group show, Fanatical Elves Network. Most of the gang was on there, and we talked about a couple of things. Everybody's putting out tremendous content, so be sure that you're liking and following. Got your notification bells on so you don't miss anything. What you got? Burning River, Dog Pound South. You got I don't know them all by heart, but everybody is putting out that fire. So be sure that you're following Fanatical L's part of Fans First, so you don't miss nothing. What are we talking about today? We're going to talk about run defense. I still got to do the show on the defensive grades before the draft, and that will be coming out so that we can maybe do something after the draft to look at that. But I want to talk about run defense specifically and how run defense correlates to success. We're going to look at the Browns. We're going to look at the Ravens, the Steelers, the Bengals. We're going to look at the whole AFC North. And you'll see that there is a correlation between if your run defense is top 10, the type of success that you can have. Everybody's making a big fuss about the offense, and we want to see more from the offense. Nobody disputes that. But if the defense can't replicate what they did for most of this past season and do it for a whole season consistently, like they did it, save a couple of games, but then do it when it counts, which is the playoffs. Doesn't matter. You're going to have a playoff berth, and then you're probably going to have a situation where you flame out towards the end. So let's go ahead and get right into that real quick. Let me go ahead and pull my stuff up right here. All right. Let's get the glasses on so I can actually see this. All right. Browns rush defense since 1999. We're only focusing on 1999. Now, what do you see there? You see nothing higher than what? 23. That is atrocious. Atrocious. If you can't stop the run, the offense is going to have a way with you. You can stop the pass all day, but if you can't stop the run, that's going to open up the pass game because you can't stop the run. And then running it is safer than passing it. And this, especially, you look at this time, this is before analytics took over. So you was getting your teeth knocked in if you couldn't stop the run. So needless to say, no success there. Let's go to the next set of years. All right. A little bit better. You're getting into the teens. 2017, you have a 7th there. But for the most part, aside from that anomaly, you were middle of the road, if not horrible. Again, there's a reason why there's no playoff berths in these first 2 slides, maybe with the exception of 1 year. Okay. I don't even think it was. But you see that. Run defense again. All right. Let's go to a better slide. 2019, 30th, 2020, 9th. What happened in 2020? It's the playoff year, right? We see 2021, 12th, 2022, 25th. We all know that was the last year of Joe Woods. And then Jim Schwartz's first year with the defense under his command, 11th. And if it really wasn't for some of the injuries on the offense, I do believe that this would have also been a top 10 run defense for the entire season. I really do believe that. I think they had a couple of injuries on defense towards the end, but I think offense, even though Joe Flacco came in and played tremendously, injuries played a role in them probably dropping out of the top 10 in rush defense. So you see, if we go back to our first slide, piss poor. If we go to our second slide, also piss poor with a few anomalies in there. 1. And then, as you can see, these 5 years, you're starting again. You got a little up, down. But if in 2024, if they can crack the top 10 for a full season, I fully expect the Browns to win the division for the first time in a long time. I'm going to show you why here in a minute. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the Dawg Food Radio show. All right. So we've looked at the Browns. Let's go to the hated Steelers. Now, I don't have every year for them because I only wanted to focus on the years that they were top 10, won the Super Bowl, or won the division. If you see a non-top 10 run defense on here, they won the Super Bowl. That's the only time you're going to see that. Okay. 2001, number one in run defense. They won the division. 2002, number one in run defense. They won the division. 2004, number one in run defense. They won the division. 2005, you see the asterisk there. That is a Super Bowl appearance, and for them, ultimately, a Super Bowl victory. Third in run defense. 2006, they were third in run defense. 2007, third in run defense. They won the division. 2008, Super Bowl appearance and a victory. Second in run defense. 2009, third in run defense. 2010, Super Bowl appearance, but they lost this one. Number one in run defense. 2011, eighth. For the most part, except for 2003, that's the only year that's not on this list right here. This is since 99. You got 3 Super Bowl appearances and 2 titles. Maybe you're not convinced. Let's go to a different slide. (2012) second in run defense. 2014, sixth in run defense. They won the division. 2015, fifth in run defense. 2017, 10th in run defense. Won the division. 2018, sixth. 2021, 32nd. The only time you see them in the 30s, at least on this particular slide, and I think that's why I put it there, because that was an anomaly for them. 2022, 9th, and then this past year, 2023, they were 19th. I just put that on there to show, but yeah, so 16 times they have had a top 10 run defense. And of those 16 times, they have 3 Super Bowl berths, 2 championships. The Steelers, regardless of who's at quarterback, I mean, this last year showed you that. Regardless of who's at quarterback, regardless of what's going on the offensive side of the ball, their primary focus is going to be defense. It's going to be defense. I would say specifically run defense. So there's a reason why you got the success that they have achieved. Let's go to the hated Ravens. Let's take a look. 1999, second in run defense. 2000, first in run defense. That asterisk there is a Super Bowl berth and a Super Bowl victory. 2001, fourth. 2003, sixth, won the division. 2004, ninth. 2005, ninth. 2006, second in run defense, won the division. 2007, second. 2008, third. 2009, fifth. On this particular slide here, you have 1 Super Bowl berth, 1 Super Bowl victory. It's not a coincidence that the Ravens were first in run defense and won a Super Bowl. Let's go back to the Steelers. The Steelers were second and third in run defense and won a Super Bowl. And in 2010, came close to winning one. So in this division, the AFC North, the key to success is run defense. It's not as much as y'all think that it's about Deshaun Watson, as much as y'all think it's about Nick Chubb, and we want Nick Chubb to be healthy. It is not really about that. It is about the defense, especially now when you got to go against all of these quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. Who else am I forgetting in the AFC? You get the picture. Defense, there's no point in trying to outscore them. Why? Why would you do that? There may be a week or two where you have to do that. But for the most part, you want to be shutting folks down. And that's by making them one-dimensional. You make them one-dimensional by stopping the run. Let's go to the next slide. 2010 for the Ravens, 5th in run defense. 2011, 2nd in run defense. They won the division. 2012, I don't really remember the 2012 year and why they were 20th in run defense. I don't know if it was injuries. That this is an anomaly, but they won the Super Bowl that year. It's the only anomaly you're going to see, at least for the AFC North. 2014, they were 4th in run defense. 2016, 5th. 2018, 4th. They won the division. 2019, 5th. They won the division. 2020, 8th. They won the division. 2021, 1st. 2022, they were 3rd. And I didn't have room to put 2023 on here. Let's just pull it up real quick. For 2023, the Ravens run defense was 14th. And they lost in the AFC championship. And could it be because they couldn't stop the run? You know, they really just didn't play disciplined football that day. So, you know, but again, I'd have to pull the running. Let's matter of fact, let's pull the rushing stats up real quick. 2023 AFC Championship game. Let's take a look at the stats just to see. I'd be curious to see if they ran for over 100 yards. Okay, why is it pulling this up? This ain't the right game. Here we go. Oh, I need the box score. Team stats. The Chiefs went for 89 yards on the ground. The Ravens went for 81 yards. So, I mean, they held them under 100, but yeah. So 2022, I mean, again, or 3, I'm sorry. This past year, well, I guess it's the 2023 season. So yeah, the Ravens had their opportunities. I mean, they made it to the AFC Championship game, but, you know, Mahomes did his thing. Let's take a look at the Bengals. They don't have 2 slides on here, but they finished 7th in 2009, won the division. 2011, they finished 10th. 2013, they finished 5th, won the division. 2015, they finished 7th, won the division. 2021, they finished 5th. That asterisk is a Super Bowl berth. They won the division. 2022, they finished 5th and won the division. Do you see the correlation even just for the Bengals? Of the 6 times that they have had a top 10 run defense since 99, 5 times they've won the division. The Browns, let's go back to our Brown slides. The Browns have had a top 10 defense in 2020 and 2017. That is it. So 2 times. Really, this past year really should have made it 3. And like I said before, I really do believe if they finished in the top 10, they would have won the division, because more than likely your key pieces, your Chubbs and your Watsons wouldn't have been hurt. So this is an opportunity for them to build on this foundation that they have, because Pittsburgh has been competitive. They haven't gone into the doormat or the basement of the division, because regardless of who the quarterback is, they understand you got to rotate the defense and be able to keep a solid defense, put a solid defense on the field. Same thing with the Ravens. They had a little bit more of a quarterback consistency going from Flacco to then Lamar Jackson. But still, the strength of that team, both of those teams, has been the defense for the last 20 years or so. Okay. We got one more slide to look at. We have 16 minutes. Just for giggles, let's take a look at Schwartz. Top run defenses since 99. He's had a couple. 2001 with Tennessee, 5th. 2002 with Tennessee, 2nd. 2003 with Tennessee, 1st. 2007 with Tennessee, 5th. 2008 with Tennessee, 6th. I don't know if they won the divisions those years. 2013 with Detroit, 6th. 2017 with Philly, 1st in run defense. And obviously that's the year they won the Super Bowl. 2018 with Philly, 7th. 2019 with Philly, 3rd. And then when he was back as a consultant with the Titans, 2nd in 2021. So the Schwartz at 11th, I fully expect them, run defense wise, to get into the top 10. I wouldn't be surprised if they became top 5. You add Vrabel to the mix, another defensive mind, another linebacker. Where was the Browns weak a little bit this year? Linebacker. I think Vrabel will be able to identify the right linebackers to bring into the fold. You know, I live in Tennessee, so I have to watch a lot of Titans games just on the regular, networks when they come on. And I think I've mentioned this before. Vrabel, at one point, they were signing dudes off the street because they had so many injuries one year on defense. And he was getting these dudes to play so hard that they were still having success. That is the type of consistency you need to have in your organization, to where it doesn't matter what the name is. It's you plug them in and they do their thing. And you saw a semblance of that this past season. So regardless of what happens in the draft, regardless of what the offense does this coming season, run defense is going to be the driving force. If they're top 5 in run defense, top 10, I expect them to win the division. I do expect that. Because in the AFC North, the history has shown you that. Real quick, did I have the Ravens? No, I don't think I had the Ravens. No, it was the Bengals. We didn't look at what the Bengals were in 2023. In their rush defense for 2023, the Bengals were 26th. So, I know Vegas put out they over-unders, and I think it's 8.5. That might change as you get a little closer to the season. They might bump the Browns up another game to 9.5, I think. But that's probably a good bet to take. So again, hope that was informative. This has been another episode of the Dawg Food Radio Show. Don't forget your CLE script hat. You can find that exclusively at dawgfoodstore.com, DAWG foodstore.com. Again, this is Dawg Food Radio, part of the Fanatical L's Network, Fans First. Really appreciate everybody, interacting with us, listening to the content, and commenting, all of that. We really appreciate that. So we'll be back with another one here shortly. Again, don't forget to check everybody out on the team, and we will catch y'all on the next one.